I promise you, ESPN ain't got enough bosses to keep me off y'all for what I'm going to say.
Holy crap. Shannon Sharpe went off on Kirk Herbstreit and Chris Fowler this morning on First Take, and it had something to do with their comments in the Ohio State-Tennessee playoff game this past weekend. I'm going to play you a clip of what both analysts said in the booth while covering the game, and then Shannon Sharpe's full response on First Take.
He's heard about it.
Now, Kirk, how much of this softens the blow of that Michigan loss? More work to do, right, for folks to forgive and forget that one?
I can't speak on behalf of the lunatic fringe. I'm not sure how they operate. Yeah, the lunatic fringe at Ohio State is as powerful as anywhere in the country.
How big is the fringe?
It used to be 8 to 10. I think it's grown now to about 15 to 20. So I don't know. I'm sure they'll be happy tonight, be fired up about what the Ohio State team did, but God forbid they lose to Oregon. They may want to fire him again.
But that's not reality. I mean,
no.
That's the thing. When you hear pundits on this network and other places talk about that with certainty, it's nonsense, frankly. I mean, the public doesn't pull the trigger and get rid of the coach.
No.
The administrators do, and they're behind them.
Yeah. First Take tried to fire him. They thought he was done. So I'll be excited to see what they talk about on Monday after this performance. They had him out. They're trying to find replacements. But here he is. There he is. He's still got his hat on. He's still coaching.
Okay, so that comment was in reference to Ohio State's Week 14 loss to their main rivals, Michigan. The media, particularly the First Take cast, had a field day with the Buckeyes as many called for head coach Ryan Day to be fired. Ryan Day, who boasts a 66-10 record since taking over Ohio State in 2019, is 1-4 against Michigan. So this loss obviously placed the head coach in the hot seat for many. However, Herbstreit disagreed, and that's why he said what he said over the weekend by calling out his colleagues at First Take. Okay, so now here's Shannon's full response to Kirk Herbstreit.
Even though I'm going to let it slide. I'm going to be a good teammate. I'm going to let it slide. Everybody's at ESPN, because had you not taken the route you taken, I would have lit their ass up. But I'm going to let it slide. You know what, guys? Congratulations, Ohio State. You won the game. But, hey, if we're going to be on the same team, if we're going to work for the same network, don't do that. Kirk, Chris Fowler, I promise you, if you ever mention anything, any platform that I'm on again and talking about, I wonder what they're going to say in negativity, I promise you, ESPN ain't got enough bosses to keep me off y'all for what I'm going to say. So I'm going to let y'all slide today. I'm going to turn it over to D.O. before I get myself in trouble. But don't play with me. Go ahead, D.O.
Damn.
I got to follow?
Go ahead.
Man.
Wow, that was crazy. I can't believe Shannon actually said that publicly like that. Like, honestly, these two said what they said in jest, but I think Shannon took it to another level by calling them out publicly by name like that. The comment section was pretty unforgiving to Unc also. One guy tweeted, "I have no skin in the game, but this feels like posturing. Like, what's Shannon gonna do? Fight Kirk? Leave ESPN?" Another guy tweeted, "I don't get how someone who has played the game at the highest level in the sport and has been critical of others gets up in arms over a passing joke. Weird energy from Shannon Sharpe." Look, I get the fact that Shannon could be feeling a certain type of way when his colleagues call him out publicly, but they didn't mention any names, and it just seemed more like playful banter than anything else. I know Shannon is pretty big in the sports media world, but he only makes 2 appearances a week for ESPN, while Kirk Herbstreit is a huge draw for college football on ESPN. But not like Shannon has anything to worry about because he's got a ton of other things to fall back on. But nonetheless, things are getting really funny at ESPN lately. You had another incident last week when Aaron Rodgers, while on another ESPN-sponsored program on the Pat McAfee Show, had a public feud with Ryan Clark. Anyways, what do y'all think about this shot Shannon took? Fair or foul?